My name is Clara Towson and I'm a friend of the show.
I am Francisca George and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Samaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you're tuning in from. I'm just going to play around with my various locations, some of which is off the screen, some of which is on it. Let me know what you think is best. Let's go with that for now. So yeah, welcome aboard, whether you're watching on Twitch, Instagram, or YouTube. We, of course, are waiting for the draw. Apparently, there's a live stream on the ATP website, so I'm going to check that out now. Whether that is accurate or not, we will find out. Yes, watch the draw live. Let's try. Now, it says watch the draw at 12 p.m. Of course, you know, and I know, that these ceremonies can often be drawn out, elongated affairs. So we will see. It may well end up being. I've just clicked on a video, by the way, on the ATP Tour website, and it says this video is unavailable. Of course, we're still waiting to find out in terms of the lineup, right? We're still waiting to see if Novak Djokovic is going to play these tour finals or not. Of course, he is in action against Nuno Borges later on today. Also get voting in our poll as to who you think is going to win the ATP Tour finals. But also let me know in the live chat whether you think Novak Djokovic is going to play the ATP Tour finals. Yeah, the PR guy for the ATP, Michal Samulski, said on Twitter that the draw for the ATP Tour finals will take place on Thursday at noon Central European time. That's obviously 11 a.m. if you are in the UK, or 6 a.m. in New York. And it'll be, the live stream starts at 11:45 on the ATP Tour media channels. Yes. Well, not started yet, my friend. Okay, we have two groups, of course, in terms of those of you tuning in wondering, how does this draw work? We will have two groups. Now, you will have Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz as the 1 and 2 in the world and 1 and 2 seeds heading these two groups. They cannot be put in the same group, which I think from Carlos's point of view in particular is extremely important. And a bit like the WTA finals, the top 2 players from each group will qualify. Just looking at some pictures from yesteryear here. Jannik Sinner, for me, is the far and away the favourite for the title. That is indeed midday. Let's try from a different location to see if I can get this draw. No, video is unavailable. Great, thank you, ATP. So I guess we will wait for the draw drop online. Of course, ATP has a new logo. Well done for that one. So yes, who else is there? We have Alex de Minaur, we have Alexander Zverev. We are still waiting on confirmation of Novak Djokovic's appearance or non-appearance. I suspect he will be there. Last year, he had already pulled out at this stage. So close to... Hi, Jake, by the way. So close to the draw. So you would expect him to participate, but he did say just the other day that he might not. So, yeah. But this time last year, he had already pulled out. Let me know in the live chat as well as if you can get the link working. Have you tried the link? Jake, is it working for you? Of course, we've got Lorenzo Musetti and Felix Auger-Aliassime. Okay, Jake, thank you. I appreciate the loyalty. We're waiting for Felix Auger-Aliassime and Lorenzo Musetti. We're still seeing which of those two are going to qualify. It is in Musetti's hands. If Musetti makes the final in Athens and he's on the opposite side of the draw to Novak Djokovic, he will qualify. If he doesn't, Felix Auger-Aliassime will be there instead. For me, if you said to me Sinner or the field, I'd take Sinner in terms of winning this title. I think it's that top-heavy. We saw how he demolished Alexander Zverev. Zverev suggested he was injured after that encounter, but it was an 0-1 result. And the momentum in that head-to-head is very much with Jannik. Plus, Zverev's year since Australia has been mixed at best, terrible at worst. As soon as the draw drops, I will let you know. And I imagine somebody like Jose Morgado will be pretty quick on the pace, on the uptake on that one. Yeah, so of course, Musetti, after a 4-6, 7-6, 6-4 win over Stan Wawrinka yesterday, keeps his tune. The thing is, though, with Musetti there, I mean, it's going to be one more space. He's not making the semis, not in a million years. I don't even think he'll win a match, but he's certainly not making the semis, not in a million years. So then it's a case of 7 players, which then there's Jannik Sinner, who's obviously qualifying for the semis. And then the other 6, you can, yeah. I mean, the 8 finalists, of course, I'm going to share with you on the screen right now, are as follows. Jannik Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, Alexander Zverev, Taylor Fritz, Novak Djokovic, Ben Shelton, Alex de Minaur, and Lorenzo Musetti. You will have Sinner and Alcaraz in one pot. So Sinner will go in, say, pot A, pot B. I know they'll probably be red or blue group, or Boris Becker and Stefan Edberg groups, or whatever they're being called this year. And you'll have Jannik Sinner topping one and Alcaraz in the other. This is for the draw, by the way. Then you'll have Zverev or Fritz go in one group or the other. You'll have Djokovic or Shelton go in one group or another. And you'll have de Minaur and Musetti stroke Felix being split into another. That is how it will work. And as soon as we get the draw info, I will let you know. The way I see it, in terms of likelihood, I think Felix will have a great chance if he qualifies to then make the semis. I think it's pretty even. Do you see, let me know in the live chat, do you see a favorite to emerge in qualifying for the semis among Alcaraz, Zverev, Fritz, Djokovic, Shelton, and Felix. You might be tempted to put Felix at the top of that list. I think Djokovic physically, I'm concerned, having seen how he was in Athens the other day. Felix has, of course, put in an appearance at the ATP Tour Finals in the past when he finished in... He didn't qualify, did he? Didn't make it out of the group. He's in the same group as Nadal and... Nadal, and so there was Nadal, Felix. I think Casper Ruud was in that group. Just seeing a few funny things online. Yeah. Yeah, who else was in that group? Nadal, Felix, Taylor Fritz. Remember, Nadal lost to Taylor Fritz in his first match. Then he lost to Felix, and then he beat Casper Ruud. So yeah, that was the four. That was the four. Yeah, the ATP are very keen to highlight their new logo. Be good if they could highlight the ATP Live draw. Exactly. I would say the chances of Sinner qualifying are 50-50. Because I just think Musetti is in such wretched form, and yet the draw is not too bad. Stefano, not only are we not allowed to show it, as you can see on the screen, even the ATP Tour Finals don't have it, even though they promised to have it. I'm going to refresh that screen to see if it works. No. Of course, it should have been released at 12 o'clock. It's now 12:10, and we still don't have the draw. Be nice to have it pretty soon. Well, first of all, getting Jannik Sinner. Worst possible draw for Zverev, Jake, is for sure Jannik Sinner. Let me just have a quick look at the list again. So, of course, and of course, Zverev, we know, is going to have Taylor Fritz not in his group. We know that. We know that Jannik will be in one group and Alcaraz will be in another, and Zverev or Fritz will drop in one of those two groups. So that's good news for Zverev, right? So let's go Zverev, Sinner, Djokovic, Felix. That would be the worst case scenario, I think, for Zverev. His head-to-head with Djokovic is not great, albeit he overcame him in Australia this year, of course. Yeah, so that would be the terrible lineup for him. I think for Alcaraz, I think it's very interesting. I think for Alcaraz, if Alcaraz, Zverev, Djokovic, and Felix, that would be a bad draw for Alcaraz. I think he would prefer Taylor Fritz over Zverev. I think he'd rather have Shelton over Djokovic. Djokovic, I think, beat Alcaraz, didn't he, at the ATP Tour Finals in Turin 2 years ago. I'm guessing you resisted the temptation yesterday, Jake. Still waiting for this draw. I think they've got to get their website to work, right? I don't know. I think you might be done forever now, Jake. I think you've done such a good job for 3 months now that you might keep going. We've got Sinner versus Minaur live streaming at the moment in terms of practice at the ATP Tour Finals. But we don't have the draw. 12 o'clock was told to be the big reveal. Okay. According to the ATP website now, it is delayed until 1:40. That is what the ATP website is saying. To get voting as to who you think is going to win the tournament, by the way. Look at that overwhelming landslide for Jannik Sinner there. Should have known, yeah, that tennis would be tennis. Well, yes, definitely two streams for the matches for the WTA finals. Wow, who knew? What a time to be alive! The WTA finals delivering better than, or the WTA delivering more reliable information than the ATP. It's a bit of a battle between the two. No, exactly, Jake. It's a lot of rich bigwigs who don't know what they're doing and don't care. Probably have about as much interest in the sport as I do in tiddlywinks. What a win for Amanda Anisimova yesterday, by the way. Three-set win over Iga Swiatek. After that tiebreak, I thought she was down and out. I think it probably took them a couple of hours to get their website working. Yep, saying 140 for the draw. So, what do we do? Do we hold off and then come back later? Potentially. Seems to be a little bit of disquiet on social media about the lack of the draw. Oh. All right, we'll stay live for a few more minutes because who knows, the ATP might just suddenly change their mind and produce the draw all of a sudden. But yes, they are suggesting that the tour finals draw will start in over an hour. We'll take a quick break and then we'll be back. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice actually. I'm just talking at you if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of homepage, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win-win-win-win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid, but these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay. For those of you wondering, where is the ATP Tour Finals draw? Well, I'm asking the same question. It should have happened at 12 o'clock on the ATP Tour website, but has not occurred at 12 o'clock, and in fact hasn't occurred at 12:15, nor does it look like it's going to appear at 12:30 either. Oh, they've just brought it forward to 12:30. That is so typical. So let's see. It says it's going to start in a minute, so we'll stay live. Good job we did, I guess. But who knows? It might be inaccurate, that information, but we'll see if it does end up coming to fruition. It says now we're waiting for the ATP Tour, 12:30 p.m. draw ceremony. Okay, still waiting for the stream to work in terms of the ATP Tour website. That is not up to us. It says it should be starting now. We will see if they're telling the truth. They've already told us a few porkies already today. Subaku is going on tour with Tuffers and Dawson. Is that Phil Tufnell and Dawson, the former rugby player? Is that because of the TV show Question of Sport? Just give us the live draw. We'll take care of ATP Tour Tennis. You don't need to spend a penny, and you can save all your energies and efforts on changing your logo. Here's a list of the 8 finalists. Of course, there were doubts regarding a couple of them. Oh, it's just been put back to 12:45. Okay, we'll take another quick break and we'll see if they do indeed have a clue. We'll be back shortly.
Ready. Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing.
Yeah.
Big serve out wide, and he's got it.
Such a good serve.
And Fergus is correct. No collapse. He does do a little squat. Very different, though. And Sinner doesn't even look mad. He doesn't. He
looks happy.
Yeah, like this is such a great rivalry. Ooh, Nurlan has a good question.
It's a very healthy rivalry.
I don't know, Nurlan, that this has proven that Carlos is the better server than Sinner. I think that it proves that he is a top 5 server in the world, though, which Sinner also is. And you don't see that from a 6-footer very often. Like typically, it's the taller guys. Look at Alcaraz; he's fired up. I'll tell you this much: if I'm a nightclub in New York City tonight, watch out. We got Donnie T and Alcaraz in town.
Hi, Novak. I don't know if you saw what Vasek said last night about organising, and tennis could and should be even bigger than it already is. If only the people organising it were doing their job properly. He highlighted the balls, he highlighted playing late at night and then early in the morning and injuries. I just wondered whether you heard that, but also if you'd like to add something.
No, I haven't heard that. I actually saw Vasek just before I came here to see you guys, but I haven't seen his statement on that. But there's been a lot of discussions on the effect of the different balls and basically every week on the joints and the wrist and the shoulders and the elbows. And I think someone told me that in terms of injuries this year compared to other years is drastically has gone up. So in terms of the balls, I absolutely agree. There should be some discussion on that. I actually spoke about that with Andrea Gaudenzi, the ATP president, and Massimo, who's the CEO, in Paris during the Paris-Bercy week. And I shared my opinion and my views, and then obviously they are thinking about various different options and ways of how to regulate that and how to make it better for the players and prevent injuries. In terms of the scheduling, I think there has been a lot of criticism and a lot of players complaining about it. So I think that should be addressed in a proper way. Obviously, Davis Cup and ITF is regulated differently from ATP Tour and from Grand Slams. You have different governing bodies, different schedules, different broadcasting demands. In the end of the day, we know that the TV is the one deciding, fortunately or unfortunately, but there has to be more, I guess, thorough discussions on that as well.
Ready? Play.
quando mi fa male.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Well, for those of you tuning in, wondering where is the ATP Tour Finals draw, we are still waiting. When we went live, they said it was going to be... here we go. When we went live, they said it was going to be at midday. They then moved it to 1:40. Oh, actually, when we went live, they couldn't get the camera to work. Now they've got the camera working, but they moved it to 1:40. Then they moved it to... Sorry, then they moved it from 12 o'clock to 1:40. Then it went from 1:40 to 12:30. Then it went from 12:30 to 12:45, and eventually we started at 12:40. But there does seem to be a lot of paraphernalia and a lot of gumph going on right now with various random people speaking who probably none of us know, but are on incredibly good salaries for doing very little. But anyway, I still doubt that we'll get the draw anytime soon. But who knows? Good to see that we're getting to hear from a Japanese banker anyway right now. Because that's, of course, exactly what we need to do and exactly who we need to hear from. So 12:44, still no draw. Let me know. Get voting in our poll. I know, it's painful. And the problem is nobody, we don't need this. We don't need this. Just give us the draw. Don't need these big wigs who nobody knows or cares about. You know? Even this guy's family's thinking, what are you doing? You don't care about tennis. You've never watched tennis in your life. You don't know the difference between Carlos Alcaraz and Alcatraz, the prison in San Francisco. It's just a joke. Oh. Honestly. Don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Of course, we will have on the streams today on Talking Tennis, we will have the matches, at least, between Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka. But first up, we will have Jasmine Paolini against Jessica Pegula. That is assuming that Jasmine has not yet pulled out. Yeah, just give us the draw. None of this absolute nonsense. I mean, yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the sponsors. I'm sorry. You do so many things that to neglect and harm sponsorship all year round. But you give them 20 minutes in the sun. Yeah. Well, we're 62 subs away from 20,000. Jake, nice of you to keep the questions rolling in. It's a little complicated, but we are not going to rely on the WTA website. We have been told that the WTA website is wrong about its own rules and that it is the percentage of games won and not games won, which is what it says on the website. And therefore, it is pretty simple for Jessica Pegula. If she wins in straight sets, she has qualified for the semifinals. If she wins in 3 sets, then she is watching and waiting to see the nature of the Sabalenka-Gauff match. If Sabalenka wins, no problem in any way, shape, or form. Sabalenka tops the group, and Pegula, if she wins, they are the 2 players to qualify. Where it gets complicated is, of course, if Coco Gauff wins. If Coco Gauff wins in straight sets, for example, then it gets complicated. Yeah, but I call it a 55-45 for Sabalenka Gauff. Okay, maybe we're going to get the draw now. Maybe. We've got some paper and some balls. Okay, the doubles draw looks like it's going to be made now. Two groups of 4 players. Oh, goodness me. They forgot to invite the supervisor. Don't worry, he says. Don't worry. It's like a school fete, and you just handed the keys over to the 85-year-old caretaker. Okay, Heliovado and Patton on one side. Cash and Glasspool on the other. Please just show us the draw of the groups. ATP website. Just get one thing right today. Don't need to see these dudes from the waist down. Yeah, just put the names on the screen, please. This is painful. There we go. Well done. Putting names on a screen. Don't need to see the dudes. We don't care about them. Bolelli, Vavasori. Okay. There we go. There's the doubles draw for you on the screen. Good. Here we go. Jimmy Connors group. Well, the ATP are telling us now that Felix has to win in Athens to qualify. But I don't think that's right, unless someone else can tell me wrong. So the ATP have just announced on a huge stage that Lorenzo Musetti has to win in Athens. But I don't know if that's right. Oh, Alcaraz is going in Jimmy Connors' group. Okay. Djokovic is going to be in Alcaraz's group. So that's the first bit of info for you. Oh, and the stream has stopped working. Oh, no, it's back. Alexander Zverev, of course. Okay, so Zverev and Fritz can be in the same group, it seems. Okay, my bad. Taylor Fritz is going into Alcaraz's group. Well, that's good news for Alcaraz and also good news for Zverev, I would argue. So Alcaraz, Djokovic in the same group. That's the sort of big news so far. Shelton goes in the Beyond Board group. So Minaur, which he can't pronounce, but that's okay. That's the smallest of small mistakes that they've made today. And therefore, Felix Auger-Aliassime or Lorenzo Musetti will go into the final group, the Beyond Board group. So there we go. There it is for you. At last. Better late than never. We have the two groups. They are there for you on the screen. Let me know what your immediate thoughts are on those groups. Alcaraz getting Djokovic instead of Zverev. Fritz being kept apart from Zverev. That's a pity. We didn't get a bit of a hoot there, but maybe they'll meet in the semis. Who knows? My immediate reaction is that you think Djokovic is a better option than Zverev for Alcaraz? I'm not sure. Fritz is better than Shelton? Maybe. De Minaur is probably better than Felix, but would not be as good as Musetti. You think he'll beat those two? I don't know, Jake. I don't know. I mean, he would have beaten Musetti probably, but I think you and I would have a chance against Musetti right now. Yeah, so that's the draw. I would say that probably Alcaraz and Djokovic will emerge from that group, but honestly, I have faith in no one except Jannik Sinner. No one. Alcaraz, don't forget, recently lost to Cam Norrie. Cam Norrie is nowhere near the top 8 best players in the world this year. So if Alcaraz can lose to Cam Norrie, he can probably lose to anyone at this tournament, except maybe Lorenzo Musetti. By the way, the ATP Tour just announced that there's a huge event that Lorenzo Musetti has to win the title in Athens to qualify for the ATP Finals in Turin. Is that right? I thought he just had to make the final. We'll see. This is the doubles draw, by the way. The Peter Fleming group, Cash and Glasspool, along with Granollers and Zeballos. Kravitz and Putz and Bolelli and Vavasori in one group. On the John McEnroe group, we've got Heliovado and Patton, Adavalo and Pavic, Skupski and Salisbury, and King and Harrison. That's in the John McEnroe group. As for the singles, in the Jimmy Connors group, we have Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, Taylor Fritz and Alex de Minaur. Bjorn Borg group, Jannik Sinner, Alexander Zverev, Ben Shelton. And then the final spot will be either Felix Auger-Aliassime or Lorenzo Musetti. Musetti must make at least the final in Athens, although the ATP have just announced that he has to win the tournament in Athens, but who knows how accurate that information is because it came from the ATP themselves. My quick take, I'm going to go with Alcaraz and Djokovic to qualify, and I'll go with Sinner and Felix if Felix makes it. If not, I'll go with Sinner and Zverev. They would be my two qualifiers from the Beyond Board group. We'll go with Sinner to win the group. We'll go with Alcaraz to win the group. Sinner versus Djokovic semi-final. I'm going to be very boring and go for a Sinner Alcaraz final. But honestly, that apart from Jannik Sinner, I have absolutely no faith in anyone there. Thanks for tuning in. We'll speak to you soon. And we'll see you hopefully for the 2 live streams we have coming up later on today. The first one will be the match between Jessica Pegula and Jasmine Paolini at the WTA Finals, and then we will follow that up with the other match from that group, which will be Arina Sabalenka against Coco Gauff, both of which will be live on Talking Tennis, and I hope both will kick off on time. Take care, and you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.